Guys, Bidao has recovered. We have a new exchange listing, and today is election day. Lots of interesting stuff going on in crypto land today. So before I delve into all this, I'd like to ask you if you could please like, subscribe, comment, and share, and hit the bell icon to be notified of our new uploads. Okay, guys, um, look at this. Bidao has recovered above its ICO price. As we can see here, let's do a little bit of TA here. So, you know, I believe we were in this kind of descending triangle here. Every time we test a resistance, we're more likely to break through. And since we were in this downward direction, at this point here, it would not have taken much to cause the price to dump here. One large whale could have easily dumped this, which is seems to be what happened. But as we can see here, we recovered this light blue line here is the ICO price of 1 penny, and we're currently above, retesting this support slash resistance here. Now, guys, I don't know how relevant TA is on a real small cap coin like this, because all coins are manipulated, all securities are manipulated, but small cap coins are very easily or a lot more easily manipulated. So I think market cycles are much more relevant than short-term TA on small caps like this. But guys, we're above the ICO price, which is nice to see. We got a new exchange listing today. We got listed on Hotbit. That's great to see. That's on the larger side of the exchanges. Now, I don't know if that was a part of the original 7 exchange listings, or if this is an exchange that went out of their way to list it. But I'm glad they put out this piece of news today. Bidao kind of needed a piece of good news for the price to start recovering a little bit here, which it has. So we'll see. I'm glad to see that the Bidao team has not lost all their passwords to all their social media. I didn't know if that was the reason that they've been god awful at communicating what's going on with them. But yeah, no, we got our new exchange listing, and the price seems to be recovering a bit. And I kind of want to take a moment before I wrap up this video to explain my trading strategy and why I wasn't shaken out by any of this movement, including this downtrend, and even with the growing questions I have about the Bidao team. Because guys, my trading strategy is basically, if Bidao can hold for if Bidao can work. Sorry guys, I haven't gotten the coffee in me yet. I just woke up not too long ago here. But guys, my trading strategy is, if Bidao can just work in the long term, I think Bidao has a good chance of performing very well in the long term, in the future. If Bidao can launch their mainnet and they could just work, basically, for Bidao to make me money, they just have to prove themselves to not be a scam in the long term. If they can just do that, if they can just stick around, if they can launch their mainnet, be successful, I think in the long term, Bidao has a good chance of being very successful. Bidao will likely move along with much of the DeFi altcoin space. These coins tend to move in cycles, guys. So I think in the long term, if Bidao can just stick around, if it could just work, it has a good shot of performing well in the long term. This dip down below the ICO sucked, but that did not invalidate my original trading strategy of, if they can just work, if they can launch their mainnet successfully in the long term, I think they'll be successful. So that's why I held. Also, I have growing questions about the Bidao team and how competent they really are. I mean, to not communicate what's going on with an ICO, to not communicate what's going on with a token burn, on October 20th, we were supposed to have a token burn. We didn't. After that, we had quite a substantial move downward, and the team was not communicating if they were really going to have a token burn, when that was going to happen, what they're working on, why, just explaining themselves. And that really baffled me. It was really confusing why the team would not communicate what's going on with the project, especially when that lack of communication was in my mind causing such a steep decline in price, that I'm really starting to question the team's competency. Also, I'm starting to question whether it's really just incompetency. Are they really just incompetent when it comes to the communication, or is there something more nefarious going around? Are there large players that want to get into Bidao, or maybe the team themselves? Now, this is highly speculative, guys, but maybe they wanted to get in at cheaper prices. Maybe the Bidao team themselves or large players around them knew what their lack of communication would result in, and maybe they just wanted to get in at these cheaper prices. I don't know, guys. That's very highly speculative. But point being, due to this lack of communication, now the conversation is the Bidao team incompetent or are they nefarious? This is the problem with the lack of the communication, because that's the conversation that's had when you don't clarify what your positions are, what you're up to. The community is forced into this position to debate whether or not the lack of communication is due to incompetence or negligence or some kind of nefarious purpose. So, that's why I implore the Bidao team to really get on top of their communication, because when you don't communicate, your investors are forced to speculate as to why you're not communicating. But again, to just wrap up my point with bringing all that up, I do have some growing concerns, but those are just concerns as of now. I haven't, none of those concerns invalidate my original strategy, which is, if they can stick around, if it can work in the long term, I think it'll make money. And with these recent concerns, it calls into question some of my original assumptions, but I don't think it's gotten to the point to where I'm convinced to sell and just cut my losses at this point. I'm still going to hold on to Bidao for the long term. This is not financial advice. I'm just talking about what I'm doing. I still have not lost complete faith in this project yet. My faith in this project has been shaken for sure, but I haven't lost complete faith as of yet. So thanks for listening, guys. I'm not gonna the video's not quite over yet. Before I wrap up this video, because I'm sure I've ranted for long enough now, I'd like to take the opportunity to talk about this new coin that I participated in their token sale. It's called GSX, Apollo Fintech's GSX gold-backed cryptocurrency. I'm just gonna mention a few things I find interesting about this project. So Apollo Fintech has these gold mines operations. So essentially, the gist of this coin is some of the profits, later on they're saying half of the profits from these gold mines will go to actually backing the cryptocurrency itself. So I think that's a cool idea. The idea of gold-backed cryptocurrency is interesting. So I decided to throw a little bit of money at it. They currently have a 63% sign-up bonus. They're working on a Binance listing. When I saw that was the thing that kind of made me pull the trigger and decided to invest a little bit of money into this. So guys, I bring this up because if you click in the description down below, you get a 5% sign up bonus if you sign up using that link, and I get a commission based off. But before you guys go and just invest immediately, I'd really want to encourage you guys to please do your own research, have your own risk assessment, understand your own risk tolerance. I'm going to leave a link to their white paper in the description below. So, if you guys do your own research and you decide you like this project and find it interesting and want to participate, sign up with that, referral link in the description. You'll get a 5% sign up bonus, and I'll get a commission based off that. So, I think I'll wrap it up there, guys. All right, y'all. Take care.